Hey Sagittarius, welcome to a reading for you guys for February 2025. This is the second time I've started this. We had a little snafu with the camera the first time around, so I did just shuffle these and lay these out. We're gonna get some oracle cards here for you for the vibe of the month, and then we'll do a full Celtic cross. All of the decks are not linked but written out below in case you're curious of looking any of them up. Actually, I think I did link them. Gosh, I'm good. And we will see how this goes. This is great for you if you have a Sagittarius sun sign, if your moon sign is in Sagittarius, if your rising sign is in Sagittarius, if your Venus sign is in Sagittarius, if you know a Sagittarius, or if you just want to watch a Sagittarius tarot video. Per usual, take what resonates, don't take what doesn't resonate or what you don't like. And if you don't like something or you don't feel like it's your story or your message, go check out your other moon, rising, sun, or Venus signs and see what fits. Okay, let's get into it. So Sagittarius, the Bardo, who else got this? I think it was Leo. So if you have a Leo, sun, moon, rising sign, this is a really important message for you this month. Double down on this. Message coming through for you from spirit. So the Bardo is an in-between space. I'm closing my eyes right now because I'm getting sort of a different feel from it than the Leo card. There's a real sense for you, Sagittarius, this month of like making it through, right? So like Sagittarius as a sign and as an archetype is a travel just junkie, right? Whether that's in your mind, whether that's intellectually learning something, going places, right? You shoot your arrow, you follow it, you go explore. But what's really important is enjoying the journey along the way. So you're not always in one place or the other. Sometimes you're in a lot of little places along the way. And the Bardo can sometimes feel like being in all of those little places along the way and not knowing where your destination is. So the Bardo is a real liminal space. It's the in-between, and it can oftentimes be the in-between where we don't know where the destination is, where there's a lot of death happening, a lot of destruction or letting go of the old in ways that you might have control over or in ways that you might not have. Circumstantially, things might have changed for you. So much is coming through for you, like this huge eye of spirit, this huge eye of the universe is just like looking through, right through you, filling you with the vision of what's coming next, but you don't quite know what it is yet, right? There's like that landscape right in the middle there that's like kind of visible. I have like stared at that before to try and figure out who is in that. It kind of looks like there's a figure in there. It might be nighttime. Like who knows? Who knows where you're going? Who knows where you're going to end up? What's very clear is that you are going to end up there sometime, but you're not there now. And how you travel to get there is everything. Are you well behaved? Are you kicking and screaming along the way? Are you enjoying yourself? If it's uncomfortable, are you choosing to try and find comfortable moments? Can you regulate your nervous system? Are you tending to yourself or taking care of yourself? So let's see what else you have going on, and then we will come back to see how it relates to the rest of your reading. Okay, next for you, oh, well, there you go, anxiety. So this tracks, like enough said, right? I don't see this as like saying you will be anxious. If you are seeing this message and you don't feel any anxiety and you're like, this is totally out of the blue, don't worry. It's not like coming for you in February. I feel like this is a natural byproduct of like not knowing where you're going and being in the in-between space. Ooh, do you know what also just came to mind? And this is a perfect visual for you guys. It's like free falling out of an airplane, or when you're taking a really big leap of faith, there's that feeling of absolute terror, but it can also be absolute joy, right? It's just how we're thinking about it. If someone pushed you out of an airplane and you didn't have a parachute, you'd feel some terror. But if you are jumping out with a parachute and it's an experience you've paid a lot of money for and you're so excited to try, even though it scares you, there's like massive joy, right? So it's like thinking, it's all in terms of how you prepare and also how you're framing it. Be in trust of the universe this month, Sagittarius. I'm just really getting that like putting yourself in very calm, nurturing spaces and like tending to all of the little ways that you can control in life, like cutting out caffeine, right? Like that contributes to anxiety, or like drinking extra calming teas, or making sure that like you can take 5 minutes out of your day to just like rest when you're at work or close your eyes. Like those little things add up. So it doesn't necessarily have to be taking a week off, but if you can do that in February, fabulous. But it does mean lean into the ways that really support you this month. Okay, what archangel wants to support you this month? Prioritize. So Again, this like doubles down on that message of just like focusing in on where you can control, what does make you happy, what does make you feel relaxed, even if it is through a exciting time. Are you excited? Are you excited, Sagittarius? You're going places. You are going big places. Just because you don't know exactly where the landing ground is going to take you doesn't mean you don't get to enjoy the journey. You can enjoy every single step of the way there. So Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help get you organized and motivated. So if you've had a hard time motivating, or if you do feel like stuck in a freeze zone with whatever's going on for you, Sagittarius, like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. I don't know what's going on here. Like, it's hard to take a step forward. Focus on the little things, right? Prioritize the absolute necessities, start there and build from there, and know that you have support. Like, we really have support, like infinite support. It just takes us actually reaching out and asking for it. Wow, I so hope that this isn't going to bother you. It's not bothering me. It's just ink. I was doing a lot of writing before. So you've got a little extra creative energy in this one. But you are so supported, Sagittarius. It just takes taking the time out to really rest, relax for a quick second, and call them in. Ask angels to be with you. And specifically, if you want an in on one particular helper, you can work with Archangel Metatron this month, who came through in this reading to really let you know that they are here, supporting you, available for you. And so want to help you along this journey. So let's see what else you guys have going on for the month. Can we see all the cards? Not really, but sort of, but kind of, but not really. We'll do this a little bit. Okay, central theme, central energy for you guys for the month, Sagittarius, the Three of Pentacles. So just keep your head down, keep working. You could be finding a lot of relief or excitement in work this month, Sagittarius. It's about working with other people. It's also about finding mentors or people that can help you build something material. So even if you don't like have a career or a job, you know, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you're doing different projects that don't involve like actually being paid in a professional capacity for what you do, this still applies. Like, you are still working on projects in your life, right? Maybe this is like looking out for tutors for your kids, or maybe this is taking a cooking class, whatever it is that you're focused on building, getting better at, growing potentially financially. You're really focused on growing financially, materially, experientially this month, Sagittarius. So this is great. It gives you something to focus on, because this could have been a lot of like swords mental energy. So seeing that you are grounded this month in a very central energy of like grounding, work, material foundation is really, really wonderful for some of these other cards that you have going on to get through a transition time. Okay, what's crossing you, helping and hindering you this month? Exactly, the moon. So this just relates exactly to what we were talking about before. You're not supposed to know what happens, Sagittarius. You're not supposed to know the whole story. So maybe that's really, again, it's like that framework you can have with the anxiety card. Are you feeling joy or are you feeling fear? With the moon card, like, can you just give up and like give in to the fact that it's just not your time to know? It's not going to be all figured out right now. So this month, that is going to help you or it's going to hinder you. Leaning into how fabulous it is to be in the unknown can really help you have a fabulous experience, or freaking out because you don't have every detail covered and you're not sure what's coming next and you don't know and things kind of feel scary and et cetera, can hold you back and keep you in anxiety. So it's really up to you. Spirit is really encouraging you to know that this is a time you are going through. So when we see the major arcana cards like the moon, it's like a season, right? Like the major arcana cards are like the season. We can't decide when spring or summer is here unless you want to like flip hemispheres, right? Unless you want to travel. Anyway, but if you're in one place, you don't get to decide if spring comes or goes. It's here at a specific time, but you can decide if you want to wear a raincoat in the rain, or if you want to like bundle up for winter. You can decide how you navigate the season. The minor arcana cards are a little bit more malleable. We have a little bit more say on how we can like manipulate that energy. But when we see the major arcana cards, we're really in the season of the card a little bit. So how are you going to navigate it? It's really up to you. Kicking and screaming, or kicking back, going to like maybe like watching more movies this month, whatever it is that like calms you and keeps your mind off of the anxiety and into the joy will be really, really helpful for you, Sagittarius. Okay, what is in the foundation that you're building the rest of the month off of? This is in the subconscious, maybe what you don't know, you don't know. Oh gosh, love this for you. Absolutely love this for you. So if you have been feeling like lack any kind of, resource that you don't have, know that like inside Sagittarius, you are golden. You might be very intuiting this. You might be going through like a transition time, but like if you sit down and meditate, you might feel like, oh my God, I'm so solid. I'm so resourced. I am immediately thinking of all of the like amazing things I have in my life. I don't know where my next paycheck is coming from, but I am so wealthy beyond measure just because I have clean air to breathe right now and an amazing meal coming next. And I have friends and family I can lean on. Like, having this in your foundation and subconscious area this month, I feel like we could stop the reading now. There's nothing you can't do. You are sure of your worth, and that is so Sagittarius. Like, yeah, obviously, like I might be going through a tough time. I don't know what my circumstances are, but I know I am the absolute best. I know everything is coming to me. I know that I am worth so much. People are going to like reach out and like literally double job offers for me. Let me tell you a story of a Sagittarius friend of mine that happened to. She literally applied for a job, kind of not really knowing if she would move forward with it because it wasn't posted at what she was looking for. It was like literally almost half less of what she was looking for, but it was appropriate in other ways. Through the interview, they loved her so much, they doubled what they were offering for the position to hire her. Let me say that again. They doubled what they were offering for the position to hire her. And that is Empress vibes. It's knowing your worth. It's saying, so sorry, I would love to work with you, but we're not a match unless you meet me here. It is having people reach out and recruit you. It is just having people fall into your lap with love and like riches and oranges, right? Like, so this is just so beautiful. I could go on about the Empress card for days and how much I love that here for you in this position, because you know on a very cellular level that you're taken care of, Sagittarius. So lean into that if you're having uncomfortable moments this month. Okay, what are you really focused on this month? Manifesting, bringing into your experience the Knight of Wands. And I really love this for you because the Knight of Wands in reverse is a real calming of any kind of chaotic, frantic, like crazy energy. The Knight of Wands is like fire on fire, and he doesn't quite know when to stop. He's very hot, but he can be like, he's not very grounded. It can be very creative. There's a lot of ideas. There could be a lot of like arguing or fighting, but it's all like very vital, creative, sexual. Classic example of the Knight of Wands is like a one night stand, someone who comes and like sweeps you off your feet and then like doesn't stick around the next day. Passionate, but like isn't mature. So when we see this in reverse, you're very conscious this month of like calming that energy, whether that's yourself, Sagittarius. Come on now. Sagittarius is known for being like the big flirts of the universe. Exactly. Okay. So this could absolutely be something you are working with your own energy, but it could also be working with people around you. Court cards oftentimes represent people in our lives. So you could really be kind of like setting some boundaries with people who have been like messing with you or whose energy you don't appreciate. Another example, a friend of mine went on a few dates with this person who was lovely. She totally was like super into him. He was hot. He was beautiful. They were totally attracted to each other. He was like giving her total amazing, like, I'm into you vibes, and then like left her on red for a while, but then like called her out of the blue and was like, oh, hey, but actually, do you want to hang out? But then like didn't call her back for a while. And then like texted her at like 9 p.m. on a Sunday to do something on Monday, right? Like Knight of Wands energy, like hot, cold, breadcrumbing, like we just say no. And so you are wisening up, Sagittarius. Like you are saying that's going to be a no for me. I know my worth. I have a whole new lease on life. Ace of Swords is seeing things very clearly, having brand new ideas of how things are coming together for you in an amazing way that Spirit's helping you with. When it's an ace, it's like a new influx of energy, of clarity, new ways of communicating. You are like 100% just fine with setting boundaries this month and claiming a whole new reality that you're excited to step into. So love this journey for you. Okay, what happened here in the recent past? Let's get a timeline for you guys. Ooh, 6 of Cups in reverse, and let's get a timeline moving forward, and then we'll get into it. 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, great. So this is like something kind of didn't work out relationship wise. Even I'm getting with someone that like you might have dated for a long time or have been involved with since a kid, or maybe it was like a friend, or maybe you've like been with your high school sweetheart for a long time, and like it's the blinders are coming off. There's been a lot of Six of Cups energy in reverse recently with a lot of readings. It came up in the daily vibe, I think a couple times in the last week and in a couple of recent readings for February, where the rose-colored glasses are coming off. The Six of Cups is a lot about nostalgia, the sweetness of life and relationship, where you felt so good as a kid, very innocent. And when it's in reverse, we're like, you know what? We're seeing what's really real here. We're not lost in like daydreaming about how great things used to be in the past. This could absolutely be a soulmate card, but when it's in reverse, we're kind of saying, you know, it might have been something that you've outgrown, that you're moving away from, that you're growing up from. So whether that's an old relationship or just an outdated idea of yourself, an outdated idea of who you used to be, you're really like claiming what's true for you now, which is older, wiser, more mature, more updated version of yourself. It's yourself like 2.0 that we're seeing here in the recent past. And clarifier for this is the Star. It might not have felt very good. You might have felt like there was a real loss of faith here, which is so common actually when the glasses come off, right? Like you really thought something might have worked out. You were so hopeful. You were doubled down on like praying about it or seeing it through or happen. You'd maybe something you'd held on to for a really long time here in the recent past. And it could have been a real disappointment. Like I thought it was going to come through and it really didn't. And maybe there could have been a little bit of loss of faith here. But I love where you're going, Sagittarius. You are so committed this month, and it's just going to be a natural trajectory from how good you feel, from how really amazingly full and gorgeous your base is. You're moving into a period of like really unsticking yourself. The Eight of Swords in reverse here in your future is saying like, I'm not going to stay tied up in how badly I feel. I'm not going to stay tied up in like how it could have gone or what I thought should have happened or what I thought they should have said or did. I'm not going to get caught up in that job that I thought I should have taken or that move that didn't work out. Like I am moving on. I am not going to continue to be swept up in feeling like I don't control my life. And I'm going to let go of some control here. The Emperor in reverse is like you just letting it go. Like I can't control it. It isn't what I thought it was going to be. And I'm letting go of feeling stuck about it. So let's just leave that there. I just love that for you. Coming into the future is a real time of just like letting go and letting God. You're starting to really see that you're in an in-between place, not really knowing, not really being here or there, and really allowing yourself to just like move through it here in the future. Love that for you. Okay, how are you feeling about all of this? I just like love this. Your cards are saying that you're going through a big transition. They're also saying that you've got it on lock. You're feeling fabulous about yourself. You have the tools to be the eye of the storm. Temperance is a card about being like really solid, feeling balanced, but we don't need balance unless things are all over the place, right? So you don't need to have to balance on anything if you're not like on a teeter-totter. I hope I'm saying that. I hope I'm getting the message across. So how are you feeling about all of this, Sagittarius? You are resourced. You know how to calm yourself. You know how to stay centered through this. You know how to set boundaries. You know how to create the vision board for what you want to do next. You know how to eat foods that feel good to you, do the exercise that feels good to you. Like you know how to stay centered and you know that you've got this. I feel like you just needed a little empathy. Like these are such great cards. I was a little nervous as we started. I mean, we'll see how things go, but I was like, oh, Sagittarius may be having a tough month. It could be like, you know, something that's like really challenging, and you are so solid. Like you're so solid. So I feel like you just needed someone to say like, I see you, Sag. I see you going through a tough time, girl. I see you working so hard. I see you setting boundaries and saying no to things that don't work for you and unsticking yourself and moving on from who you used to be, which is really hard because you don't know exactly where you're going, but you're doing it and you're going and you're getting help and you know your worth and you know how to get through it. It's just like amazing. I feel like we could just stop the reading right there. I keep saying that with these cards, but like when they're so good and so emphatic of you just doing a great job, I'm almost like, why do you need this message? And sometimes it's just for assurance. sometimes like when I see a reading where I'm like, yeah, I know this, I'm like, okay, great. I am on the same page. Like spirit is doubling down. Like I'm supposed to be here. It's like seeing angel numbers, right? Okay, great. This moment, wherever I am, whatever I'm doing is the perfect place for me to be right now. So Sagittarius, you're in the perfect place. You're in the perfect time. You're perfect. Maybe that'll be the title of this video. Sagittarius, you are perfect. Okay, people, places, things in your environment that might be supporting you, helping you this month. Okay, beautiful. New creative pursuits, new ideas, new ways you're feeling good about life. This could absolutely be new friends, new interests, new loves, absolutely. Think like pets, even. Children, the Page of Wands, the pages are also like messages. You could be getting messages that come through like creative endeavors or classes. There's a real sense of like opportunity here. So people, places, things around you this month, Sagittarius, are going to be really encouraging you to get out, try new things, be more excited about life, kind of like stick your head out a little bit and like see what's out there. Try a new class, meet a new friend, go to the SPCA and like look at puppies. Page of Wands, there's going to be a real influx of things that are going to feel good to you this month, feel like kind of igniting, vitality seeking, and they're going to be some balm. Oh, amazing. Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands in reverse. It's going to be a little bit like therapy to something that hasn't worked out for you. So really lean into invitations you get this month, people that really want to support you and kind of put some like cooling, healing balm on whatever it is that you're going through that doesn't feel as solid as some of these other cards do. That's really beautiful. So this is a month you can really lean into the support and the love and the excitement of your community, Sagittarius. Okay, deepest fears, deepest wishes this month. How are you feeling about everything? The Magician. You're perfect, Sagittarius. You're just perfect this month, girl. I hope there are men that read this video too. I actually call my, if I'm saying something emphatically, I will say this to my guy friends too. And, it doesn't matter to me. So you are so hoping this month that you've got it. You are hoping for your biggest manifestation. You just are hoping and fearing that like that's going to be the case. Like be careful what you wish for because you know you're on track to get it. You don't quite know where it is or what you're getting, but you know that it's going to be better than it was before. You know that you're going to be more than you were before. You know that you're going to be fulfilled more than you were before. You are so excited to get your Sagittarius and you're embodying it this month. Okay, culmination of your reading. So beautiful. I just love this reading. It came out so different than I thought. Ace of Cups, new love, new overflowing, abundant opportunities for relationships, to feel good in your body, to feel fulfilled. Look at that magic carpet flying through the universe with this like bouquet of like honey and flowers. This is like gifts from around the world might come for you, Sagittarius. Like gifts from around the world might fly like in a way that you could never even have imagined to get to you. And that is also the power of knowing your worth with the Empress, right? Like someone's like hiring my friend at twice her value. Like people, energies coming towards you this month, Sagittarius, to support you, especially like absolutely new relationship if that's what you're looking for. But this is like fulfilled, the universe coming at you, giving you such a huge emphasis of like love, adoration, self-worth, self-love, love with others, new relationships, fulfillment, creativity, delight, like get ready to have the time of your life. So no wonder you're feeling anxious, Sagittarius, because here you are with one of the best readings I've done for the month of February. And it's like you are falling out of a plane. You just signed up for the best day of your life and it's really scary to go bungee jumping or whatever it is. Like I feel like this anxiety is all about and adrenaline, the adrenaline of what it means to fly through the universe to your next iteration of self. Have such a good ride. Like you are on the best ride. Have such a fabulous month. I am so exceptionally excited for you. I hope this is a message you wanted to hear or that's supportive for you through the month, and we'll catch you on the next one.